Hey everyone, my name is Carter Benton and I'm very excited to be sharing with you tonight a little bit more about my journey with Rodan & Fields. As you can see, I am driving right now on the road again. 'Tis the season, summer, for traveling, and this is just a great description of how we can really work this business into the nooks and crannies of our very full lives. So I'm here driving and no makeup. That's sort of how we live in the Rodan & Fields land, but I'm just excited to tell you a little bit more. 2.5 years ago, if someone said to me, okay Carter, you are going to be a skincare consultant and you are going to be making a 6-figure income and you're going to be driving around a free, bright, shiny white Lexus courtesy of the proactive doctors, Dr. Rodan and Dr. Fields, I would have just said, there's no way. That's never the path that I saw my life taking. But I'm so thankful every day that I was open to hearing about this opportunity. So I am actually a former kindergarten teacher. I graduated from UNC Chapel Hill and went straight to the classroom, and I loved teaching. For me, everything changed in 2005 when my son was born, and from then on I just had a longing in my heart to stay home with my children. So my daughter was born in 2008, and while we didn't necessarily plan for me to be a stay-at-home mom for the next several years, that is just what worked out for our family. So we stayed in our small starter home, we cut corners with our budget, and we made it work. Well, fast forward, and I'm putting my daughter on the bus to go to kindergarten. And I came back inside and I looked at myself in the mirror and I just said, here I am. What is next for me? I'm no longer a kindergarten teacher and I'm no longer a stay-at-home mom. So I had this idea in my head of what the perfect job would look like, and I had 3 criteria. The first thing is I wanted something part-time and flexible. I had been home for so long that my wardrobe consisted of yoga pants and flip-flops, and I wanted to really be present with my children in the afternoons. I wanted to do soccer and ballet and gymnastics. I wanted to be involved in their PTA and active at my church and do all of those things that a stay-at-home mom gets to do. But in addition to that, I was really ready to make some changes to our finances. We had been one income for quite some time and things were tight, and I really wanted to be able to travel more with and without the children. I wanted to be able to go out to dinner more. I wanted to be able to go get my hair cut and highlighted every 6 weeks without having to ask my husband for the money. So I was looking for some big earning potential, looking for part-time and flexibility, and then above all, I was looking for something for me, something outside of wife and mom. I had a desire for a professional outlet. I had no idea what it was going to be, but I knew that I needed something. I felt like in all the years of being home with the puzzles and the building blocks and the diapers and the wiping noses, I just lost a little bit of myself. So it was right around that time that I got a phone call from my friend Ravina Welsh. She was one of the smartest women I knew at UNC Chapel Hill, and she basically just said, Carter, I have this great business opportunity for you and I really think you need to take a look at it. So I couldn't imagine what I could do to help her, since my resume consisted of building blocks and finger paints and puzzles, but she explained that they weren't looking for someone with a full resume. They were just looking for someone who was willing to use their products and talk about the results. So I said, all right, I'll hear you out. You know, what do you have? And so then she went on to tell me a couple of things. I'll never forget that phone call. She said she was working with an anti-aging skincare line by the proactive doctors. I was 36 at the time, had lived at the beach for 14 years, covered in sun damage. Of course, the bags under the eyes, the crow's feet, and these dimples that were cute when I was little have just turned into frown lines, smile lines. So I thought, gosh, I could definitely use this product, and it's not something that we could have afforded at that time. And then she went on to tell me that she'd worked for the company for 9 months, and in 9 months she was able to pay her mortgage. So my ears perked up again at the earning potential. And then the last thing she said was that during those 9 months, she had her full-time pharma job and 2 children under the age of 2. So there's the flexibility and the part-time hours that I was looking for. She went on to say that we are not a home party company. We do not stock inventory. This is a virtual business, and the busier you are, the better that you can do. So I was skeptical and I was scared, but enough about this opportunity seemed to match what I was looking for. So I jumped in, I trusted her, I trusted the proven model, I trusted the proven products and these doctors, and I've never looked back. In the beginning, my goals were small, just to cover my skincare, but my goals quickly changed once I started started getting going. Started using the products, seeing dramatic results with my skin and getting rid of my sun damage, and started meeting some of the most inspiring and incredible women that I've ever met in my life. It's a community of like-minded women. We are all supporting one another, cheering one another, helping each other, training, learning, and having a lot of fun. So my goals changed quickly, and I feel like I sort of got a spark back that had been missing. So for me, within 7 months, I was able to replace my teaching income. So I was bringing home more than I had made as a full-time teacher in North Carolina. And this past February, I qualified for this beautiful, shiny white Lexus, which is a huge treat because my 2007 Tahoe had 150,000 miles on it, and it was covered in goldfish and apple juice. And I just in July qualified for an all-expense-paid free trip for my husband and I to go to Maui. And the rewards and prizes just keep getting bigger and better. So I am just excited to tell you guys more about this. I want you to know that while the money has been great and the perks and the trips and the skincare have been phenomenal, to me at the end of the day, the very, very best part though is still the relationships that I've made and the degree of freedom and flexibility, the time freedom that I have with this career, because being able to work this around the things that really make my heart beat is something that you cannot put a price tag on. So sit back, listen up, and thank you again for taking some time out just to hear a little more about what we do. We think it's definitely worth a listen.